bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Patuloy ang aksyon dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. We are live from the Batangas City Coliseum here in Batangas, the home of your Tanduay Rum Masters. They will be facing off against one later on at 8 o'clock p.m. But in our second game, we feature Mark Nonoy, who has been playing well as of late and was recently drafted 10th overall in the recently concluded PBA draft. He will be going up against John Wilson, who was perfect from the field in their last game against the Negros Muscovados. Muli ang ating pangalawang laro, Nueva Ecija laban sa Iloilo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53, the Filipinas Live app, as well as on our Facebook and YouTube channels. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, how do you feel about this upbeat Iloilo squad with the way that they've been playing as of late, except for their loss in the last game, going up against the top team in the north, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards?
Well, you know the talent already of this team. Now, they have extra motivation. These guys have just been drafted, so they know their appreciation. They know their talent level, and now with that confidence going to this ball game, I'm sure this will be a challenge. This will be a treat in front of us.
A total of 6 players drafted in the recently concluded draft rights held at the Glorieta Activity Center para dito sa Iloilo United Royals. And actually, a lot of the MPBL players were drafted, including the number 1 overall pick, Justin Baltazar. Mark Nonoy was drafted 10th overall by Terra Firma. CJ Cancino came in next at 11 after dito kay Mark Nonoy.
And not far off after both of them is actually CJ Katapusan, also drafted in the second round. So, you know the quality of players being brought in by Iloilo. You know the confidence they have. Even RV Berge was drafted in that ball game, in that draft as well. Jason Credo was drafted. So with this much quality, the question is, can the youth of Iloilo match the veteran experience of Nueva Ecija right here, and I'm sure this will be a very, very good game.
Rai De La Rosa was also one of the 6 draftees para dito sa Iloilo United Royals last Sunday at the recently concluded PBA draft. Let's talk about the last game of the United Royals. Coming into this game against Zamboanga, they were winners of 2 straight games, but against one of the top teams in the Southern Division, they struggled against the Master Sardines.
Well, the Master Sardines really went with their veteran experience in that last game. They were able to master out that last game. On the side of Iloilo, they were able to actually challenge in the first half. They were able to get a good run. Mark Nonoy and CJ Cancino were the stars of that ball game. But in the end of the ball game, just too much MPBL experience para dito sa Zamboanga. You look at the numbers, the inefficiency on the scoring column, 27% para dito sa Iloilo. They were not able to take care of that basketball. 17 turnovers, and Zamboanga just powering through that inside, plus 20 points in the paint, plus 4 fast break points.
Contrastingly, on the other side, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards had a easier time against the Negros Muscovados, leading to another victory para sa kanila. After they lost 2 straight, itong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, they have managed to bounce back against the Negros Muscovados 96-86.
Oh, that was a game where they started out strong and just never looked back in that ball game. Led by Will Macaloni and John Wilson. In that ball game, they shot 59% off the field, working both inside and outside, trying to outrun itong Negros Muscovados. And in that ball game, everybody chipped in that victory. A very, very important win, especially coming off a loss against San Juan. You look at the numbers right here, 59.6% in the field goals, 9 3-pointers made, plus 14 rebounds, plus 8 points in the paint.
It's going to be the 7 and 10 Iloilo United Royals versus the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, who are 13 and 2, battling it out in our second game. Let's turn you over to Miguel Pereo.
Action continues here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Tonight's second game features Iloilo and Nueva Ecija. Live on the official MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Filipinas Live app. The 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6 presented by Extreme. Let's meet our starters. First, for Iloilo United Royals. Starting at guard number 88, Franz Diaz. Also at guard number 11, Rai De La Rosa. Center number 47, Chadi Rangel. Forward number 12, Gwen Capaccio. And the other forward number 27, the combat jet, CJ Cancino. Their head coach is Japs Kuwan, assisted by Ethel Tacorda and Julio Sinon. Team consultant is Mac Kuwan. Team manager Jaya Velosa. Team owner is JJ Havelosa. Now, the starting 5 for the MPBL Season 4 champions, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. One guard number 4, Ryan Costello. Also at guard number 33, Ed Dakiwag. Coming in at center number 30, Vince Magbuhos. Forward number 26, Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles. And the other forward number 8, Robbie Celis. The red coach is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches, Rob Wainwright, Matt Macalintal, Arnold Oliveros, Rick Season, Derek Evangelista, and Jonathan Oiloan. Team consultant is Von Monta. Assistant team manager, Jen Dignatisse.
Our primary protagonists in this game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max, Franz Diaz, Rai De La Rosa, Chadi Rangel, CJ Cancino, and Gwen Capaccio para sa Iloilo United Royals. For the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, it's going to be Ryan Costello starting his second straight game, joined by Ed Dakiwag, Vince Magbuhos, Robbie Celis, and the Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles. Maraming salamat sa pagdalo sa aming coverage for the second game of your MPBL Thursday triple header here at the Batangas City Coliseum. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Ms. Mika Abisamis. Opening tip goes to the Rice Vanguards. Ryan Costello, former Pasig City standout, has been able to come back into the lineup here para kay Coach Don Dulay. He has been in and out of the active roster. How well do you think he could impact this Nueva Ecija team at this point of the season?
Well, he is still instant points para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Whenever he is inside, he can get the scoring going right away. It will be very important, especially today, that Will Macaloni will not be playing para dito sa Nueva Ecija. They'll be needing a lot more points from different guys, and I'm sure Costello will be one guy trying to step up.
However, it's Iloilo who gets the first basket of this game, courtesy of Gwen Capacio. Capacio has been a constant in the starting lineup para dito sa Iloilo this season. Robles kicks it out to Celis. Good denial there by Rai De La Rosa on Ed Nakiwag. Costello gets the handoff on the left side. They go back to Robbie. Celis, tough angle to work with, but still gets the 2 points.
You know, as you continue moving that motion, eventually someone is bound to get open, and that is exactly what Nueva Ecija did. Stayed patient, stuck with the system. Eventually, Robbie Celis got open.
Celis had 11 points in that game against Negros. Played only 21 minutes. Diaz to the corner. Cancino for 3. That's a quick trigger. No bounce there coming from the 11th overall pick of the last PBA draft. It's like poetry that Cancino and Nonoy were picked one after the other.
Right. And they're actually very good fits sa kanilang mga team na pupuntahan. Mark Nonoy will be instantly given an opportunity right there. No point guard. And Cancino, you know, this guy is just a challenge.
Yeah, anywhere you put CJ Cancino, he is definitely an instant bucket. De La Rosa, that guy too, can light it up. 42nd overall, ito si Rai De La Rosa. Thrust into the starting lineup in this game, making his first attempt from downtown. Of course, the brother of Rome De La Rosa of the Magnolia Chicken Teplados Hot Shots and son of former PBA player Romy De La Rosa. So basketball definitely indebted into his blood. Celis turnaround jumper, that's too strong. Rebound taken by the 6'7" Chadi Rangel. Cancino gets a drag screen from Rangel. Cancino from way downtown. 0 out of 2 to start the game for CJ. 5-4, lamang Iloilo ng isa. Robles swatted away by Cancino.
You know, underrated is the length of the arms of CJ Cancino. We're only looking at his height, probably around 6'2". But I want to check his wingspan because I'm sure that his wingspan is definitely longer than his height.
That's always an asset when you have that much. Franz Diaz fouled on the shot. That's going to go against Vince Magbuhos.
I always love the way that Franz Diaz plays basketball. Very calm, very composed. He's always a steady point guard. Played for CEU for quite some time.
And he makes the pass here to Rai De La Rosa. Makes this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Diaz recently playing under the tutelage of Coach Jeff Perlas in his last season for the CEU Scorpions. 2 out of 2 para kay Franz Diaz. One more coming up. 7-4 now is the count. Almost 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Perfect trip para kay Franz Diaz. And Diaz, ever since his arrival here sa Iloilo, has been a stabilizer at that point guard spot, just like he has been all throughout his career. Takiwag posting up the smaller De La Rosa, kicks it out. Magbuhos puts the ball on the deck, decides to put it up and gets it in. Vince Magbuhos.
That's going to be the advantage of the starting 5 right here. Vince Magbuhos can stretch out that floor. Very versatile man. Can play the 3, 4, 5 position. And right here, he is stretching out, trying to play that 5 position for Nueva Ecija.
15 seconds on the shot clock here for the United Royals. De La Rosa hands it back off to Diaz. Capacio offers the screen, but Diaz rejects it. Shot clock winding down. Diaz has the foot speed advantage against Magbuhos. Gets another foul on the Nueva Ecija defense. What about Franz Diaz? Shot clock winding down, taking matters into his own hands once again.
Good denial on the off-ball personnel of Nueva Ecija, forcing Franz Diaz to attack on his own. But just too good of a talent, he was able to fish for a foul in that last possession.
Diaz only averaging close to 3 points per game in the 5 games that he's played so far with Iloilo this season. But his contributions go way beyond the stat sheet.
No, I assume, ano pa lang adjustment period pa lang to para dito kay Franz Diaz. He has always been used to holding that basketball for CEU, and now playing with a much more talented team, he has to be able to learn how to play off ball. So give him a few more games, Franz Diaz will be a very good addition para dito sa United Royals.
Oh, he's no stranger to this franchise. After all, he did play for Iloilo also last season. Celis getting the offensive rebound. No good. The rebound taken by Chadi Rangel. De La Rosa now. Oh, will take it from the outside. That's short. The board goes to Ed Takiwag. 9-6. Robles goes into the middle. Pulls up from the free throw line. That's an air ball coming from Robles. What a heads-up play there coming from Robbie Celis. Bouncing it off Rangel.
Pure IQ galing dito kay Robbie Celis. That was already a turnover or a miss para sa Nueva Ecija, but quick thinking coming from Robbie.
Magbuhos underneath, gets it over Rangel.
Just too quick. Ang bilis gumalaw nito ni Vince Magbuhos, either from the inside or the outside. That's why you just gotta love a guy like Vince Magbuhos who can offer you such a lot of things inside the court.
And that seems to be the quality of the big men of Nueva Ecija that they focused on getting for this season. Big, agile, mobile players like Magbuhos and that guy with the rock, Robbie Celis.
Guys who can really interchange positions whenever needed. Robbie Celis sometimes even plays the 5 para dito sa Nueva Ecija if they want to go small ball. It's really the type of basketball being played by the coaching staff of Nueva Ecija.
And then you also have JB Bayo coming off that bench.
Even Jasper Ayaay sometimes plays the 4, plays the 3, sometimes plays the guard. So the coaching staff has always been implementing this possessionless type of basketball where everybody is an option from anywhere. You see right there a 3-point shot coming from Vince Magbuhos.
That seems to be the system that Coach Don Dulay has been championing in his coaching career. Diaz fakes the 3, steps back, takes it from the outside. That's short. Celis battling for the rebound against Capasso. Wayne wins that battle. De La Rosa kicks it back out to their floor general. Shot clock is winding down. It's at 5. Diaz, floater. No good. Rebound by CJ Katapusan. Another possession here for Iloilo. De La Rosa misfires from the outside.
2 rush on the shot right there. No need for them to take the first shot possible. There were 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Celis directing traffic from that elbow. Ayaay picks up his dribble. Magbuhos now. The handoff to Costello. Ryan bullets a pass to Takiwag. Takiwag has not been able to score here. Celis kicks it out to Costello. Ryan fakes the pass, eventually gets it to Ayaay. Short is Jasper Ayaay.
Both teams struggling on the outside shot. Those are actually wide open shots para sa Iloilo tsaka sa Nueva Ecija. Yet the past 2 possessions, no one has been able to get a shot up.
That's a 3 coming from Franz Diaz. Hand up, no problem, coming from the former CAU Scorpion.
Narinig niya, walang makashoot, ako na ang bahala. This is how you make a 3, Franz Diaz. Now the top scorer here in this ball game.
I think what really endears him to this Iloilo franchise is his ability, of course, to play make. That's already a given. But the fact that he's able to take over offensively and take shots for his team, that's one of the qualities that really Iloilo was able to get galing dito kay Franz Diaz.
And to think that they have a very deep lineup. A lot of talent, a lot of big names para sa Iloilo. Yet Franz Diaz, not a UAP or NCAA talent, is still able to contribute as well as any other talent here for Iloilo.
But when you're talking about talent, you have to talk about Robbie Celis in that conversation. One of the more talented big men that we have here in the league. Long-time star here in the MPBL, a former champion himself. Ito si Robbie Celis. 10.3 points per game this season. And still an important member of the rotation of Coach Don Dulay.
Actually quite sad today. Robbie Celis will be playing the center position right now. But I wanted to watch a Will Macaloni versus Alan Santos matchup.
Wala sila pareho,
Pareha sila. Will not be suiting up here in today's ballgame. But they are both in respective benches. But that would have been fun because Alan Santos played for Coach Don Dulay in Makati. So he knows the system of Coach Don.
I'm sure he helped a lot in the scouting prior to this game. Ito si Alan Santos. Katapusan, kicks it out to Nonoy. They swing it to Imperial, has all the time in the world. Backhands the 3, Celis able to beat De Vera for the rebound. Leo De Vera coming on over from the 3x3 circuit back to the 5-on-5 game here with the Iloilo United Royals.
I think this is only the second or third game of Leo De Vera back dito sa MPBL. Still not yet in shape as much as he wants to, but this guy is a talent. He can definitely stretch out the floor para dito sa Iloilo United Royals. One guy who is a modern day power forward. Very good screen, 3-and-D guy.
12-11, Iloilo up by 1. Wilson, perfect in their last game against Negros. 6 out of 6 from the field. Wilson will take it from the outside. Good line, just too strong. Collado, JC Colliar, the hometown hero, is in the game. JC just lives 2 minutes away from the venue. Bayo, doubled on the baseline. Bullets a pass to Collado to beat the buzzer. No good. Another possession here for the Rice Vanguards. Wilson will take it and make it.
Too many offensive rebounds para dito sa Nueva Ecija to start the ball game. Those were 2 straight offensive rebounds to give them extra opportunities in their offense.
3 out of 12 ang field goal shooting ng Iloilo, while Nueva Ecija is 6 out of 18. And that's another make coming from John Wilson. Back-to-back baskets for the Rice Vanguards.
Talk about automatic. John Wilson is picture perfect para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Exactly what they ordered in John Wilson.
Imperial guarded here by Ayay. Shaq didn't know what he was going to do when he went up. Doliguez trying to spin away from the defense. Wilson is right on him. Shot clock at 3. Imperial has to take this. De Vera will be the one. Nope. Di nga siya umabot dun sa shot clock. That's a turnover against Iloilo.
No execution on that left side para dito sa Iloilo. Not much ball movement, a lot of dribble that will end in a turnover for the United Royals.
FAC has now taken the lead. They're up by 4 after Iloilo had the advantage for quite some time in the middle of this first frame. Ayay to John Wilson. Wilson fakes the shot. Doliguez, an aggressive defender, trying to stop a talented scorer in John Wilson. Collado has to take it. At short galing kay J. Collado. Imperial. Pocket pass intercepted by Ayay.
5 versus 4.
Ayay finishes.
All blue shirts just running down on their offensive fast break opportunity. That will result in an easy 2 para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
Animang kalamangan dito ng Nueva Ecija, 18-12. Last shot time for Iloilo. Katapusan. Can he finish strong here for Iloilo? Was fouled there by JB Bayo.
2 fouls to give para dito sa Nueva Ecija. So expect them to have another foul here. But let's watch that fast break. 5 versus 3 actually. Numbers on the advantage of Nueva Ecija. They were able to take advantage.
Ayay has always been known to be a guy you can expect to push the ball in transition. Imperial defense draped all over him. That's excellent cover coming from JC Colliar.
Oh, he's always been known as a good defender. JC Colliar just closing down on any space para dito kay Shaq Imperial. And that's a good way to end the quarter, 18-12. In favor of Nueva Ecija.
It was a great struggle offensively between these two squads. Wayne Capacio got the first basket of the game para dito sa Iloilo. Robbie Celis had his moments trying to use his foot speed advantage against the opposing big men of the Iloilo United Royals. And then John Wilson comes in to light it up and give Nueva Ecija this 6-point advantage heading into the second frame. 18-12, our first quarter score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. We cannot compete in terms of their skills. Kaya energy at effort ang baon dito ngayong araw na to ng Iloilo United Royals. Beside Cancino, Nonoy, Doliguez, gustong makakita ni Coach Japs Kuan more from Rai De La Rosa, which we already saw in that first quarter. But the more interesting part of my story really here is Coach Japs Kuan and Coach Don Dulay were apparently part of the same foundation called Hope in Hoops for Unprivileged Children. Diyan daw nakita ni Coach Japs Kuan kung gaano kagaling na coach itong si Coach Don Dulay, how he motivates his players. Bonus na lang daw na napakaganda ng lineup niya this season. Biro nga niya, kahit daw yung coaches sa bench ng Nueva Ecija, pwede pang maglaro dito. Javi and Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika. Well, actually, Coach Don Dulay and Coach Japs Kuan are both lefty point guards who are very good orchestrators.
Yes. That's right. Plays actually pretty much the same itong dalawang to. Very, very good textbook point guards.
Ang diferensya lang, shooter si Coach Don Dulay, si Coach Japs.
Hindi ako nagsabi niyan Hindi ako nagsabi niyan.
Hindi talaga tumitira.
But he has his brother, Coach Makua, is a total opposite, a dead eye from three.
I still remember the times during the UAP games of UST when it will be Japs Kuan who will be taking a free throw at talagang hahawakan pa ni Coach Pido yung kamay niya para makashoot siya sa free throw.
Hindi mo alam kasi kung kaliwa o kanan ang gagamitin ni Coach Japs
His team down by 6 here. Collado down low to Bajo. JB trying to use his power here against Jason Credo, one of the 6 draftees of Iloilo in the recently concluded PBA draft last Sunday.
JB Bajo taking it strong there. Actually played a very good last game. Itong si JB Bajo. In that last game, Bajo was able to provide 6 points and 8 rebounds, but fouling out of the ball game.
Bajo last year played for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, a champion in the MPBL already in his young career. There you see John Wilson, who is looking for a second chip, another feather in his crown, looking to win the championship this time for the Nueva Ecija franchise after winning with the San Juan Knights in the second season of the MPBL. That's a foul on the pass. Collado will be the guilty party here. First person na laban kay Jay Collado. 19-12. Gab Gomez is in the game as well as Omar Larupay.
They're forcing Mark Nonoy to play that 2 position, so he'll be tasked to score a lot more itong si Mark Nonoy.
Nonoy is the leading scorer of Iloilo this season. Credo, a Swiss Army knife para dito sa United Royals, missing from the outside. That's a stop for Nueva Ecija. Collado will slow things down here. They will set up their offense in the half court. More than 2 minutes gone by here in the second frame. Collado receives the handoff. JC to the right side. Ayaay stopped in his tracks there by Credo. Puts it up, gets his own miss. Ayaay goes up and gets the basket.
Jasper Ayaay is tailor-made para dito sa Nueva Ecija. A guy who moves well without the ball, goes hard for that offensive rebound. It is just a tough guy in general. You see here against 3 white shirts, it's Jasper Ayaay getting back that rebound. Remember in that last game, he never played in the first half, but in the second half, he was just too strong for them and contributing. And Nueva Ecija now up by 9 with 7:41 left.
Check out our fan of the game, brought to you by Jinky Skin. One of the beautiful faces inside the Batangas City Coliseum. Welcome to our Thursday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, CJ Katapusan and the Iloilo United Royals facing the Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards in the second game of our slate this evening. Earlier, the Bacolod City of Sma suffering their 16th straight loss against the Negros Muscovados, who gets back on the winning track in the Battle of Negros. That was our first game. Later on, San Juan will be facing the home squad, the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, for our main event at 8 o'clock p.m. Mark Nonoy getting into the lane and getting the foul against JC Colliar. Nonoy has yet to score in this game, but he does have 2 rebounds. Mark Nonoy averaging 12.5 points per game this season para dito sa Iloilo, as well as 3.4 rebounds and 3.5 assists.
And doing it in 21 minutes is actually very, very efficient para dito kay Mark Nonoy.
Playing team owner rather, Jay Havelosa, checking into the game here para sa Iloilo. Ayaay, bringing it down here para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Alam mo, underrated din yung wingspan ito ni MJ Ayaay.
Oh yes. Actually, very, very good rebounder. From college all the way up to the pros, he's always been a very, very good rebounder.
Good wheel there by JB Bayo, and the location coming from JC Colliar.
Benilde to Beda. Not really a thing that the NCAA fans are used to seeing, but here in Nueva Ecija, they are making it work.
Larupay fails to get the basket. The tap goes to Colliar. Forward they go to Wilson. Fumbles the pass a bit. Wilson recovers his footing. Thought he was fouled. Always very animated when he tries to ask for calls.
That is John Wilson for you.
Nonoy from downtown. That's short. Avilosa fails to get the offensive rebound. That's a foul on the tap behind galing kay Omar Larupay.
Just a little too aggressive. Itong si Omar Larupay ending up in a push there.
Let's check out our play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. Colliar off the screen from Collado, finding Bajo, who gets the 2 points off the glass.
Good pocket pass coming from JC Colliar to a cutting JB Bajo.
23-13 is the score. 10 ang kalamangan dito ng Nueva Ecija. Iloilo actually had the advantage for the most part of that first quarter before the Rice Vanguards came alive at the end of Chapter 1. Emancalo short on the 3-point shot. Here comes France Diaz and Iloilo. Gab Gomez gets the screen from Capacio. Gomez out to Havelosa. Diaz now with the rock. He attacks, gets another foul. Diaz has been successful in drawing fouls inside the lane here for Iloilo.
No, he's been doing well here in this ball game, only averaging about 4 to 5 points a ball game to France Diaz. But here, he is getting a lot more burn, a lot more ball time, and he is taking advantage of the opportunity.
Diaz currently leads all scorers para dito sa Iloilo in this game. 8 points after the split. 23-14. Actually, a great matchup at the point guard spot between him and JC Colliar, who takes the shot and misses. Diaz pushing the ball. Hesitation to the corner. The pass, Gab Gomez. Di niya pinaya doon si France Diaz.
Specialty of the house para dito kay Gab Gomez. This guy is a deadly shooter whenever left open. Moved well without the ball, going straight to the corner. Good find from France Diaz. Good 3 coming from Gab Gomez.
And Gab Gomez will be featured in our 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Quick 4-0 run here para sa Iloilo to get themselves within 6 points. 5 minutes and 42 remaining in the first half. We'll be back. Back here inside the Batangas City Coliseum, this is Nueva Ecija versus Iloilo, the second game of your 3-game slate this evening dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bajo from the free throw line. Could not get that jumper to drop. Gab Gomez with the rebound. Cancino is back in the game para dito sa Iloilo. CJ has not seen a basket go in dito sa laro na to. And he misfires badly on that outside shot attempt. Capasso trying to redeem themselves on this possession, and he gets the pretty looking jumper to go inside.
This guy is a Capasso. Every time you give a mid-range to any Capasso, it's more than automatic. It's either Gwen, Glenn, or Gabe. Lahat yan automatic sa mid-range.
Even their other brother, Mikey, also
Nga
a
pala,
great
si
shot
Mikey.
from the outside. Robbie Celis able to answer back. Lead back to 6, 25 to 19. Capasso. Jumper off the back is good para dito kay Gwen Capasso.
Once again, it's coming off that mid-range. You have to close out on Gwen Capasso because he is very comfortable off that mid-range.
Celis trying to get it to Eman Calo. Takes it for himself. That was good ball denial coming from Franz Diaz, but Iloilo giving up the foul there. Vince Magbuhos will come in for JB Bajío. Here's Robbie Celis getting one off against Gwen Capasso. Excellent matchup at the 4th spot here between Celis and Capasso. Two guys who almost play the same way.
Robbie Celis just a lot more experience dito sa MPBL compared to Gwen Capasso.
I just have to say this, you know, sometimes I confuse Vince Magbuhos and JB Bajío. Parang magkambal no?
Parang parehas pa ng
Or
laro.
ako lang ba?
Actually, parehas sila ng laro, but JB Bajío just a better rebounder. Vince Magbuhos a better shooter from the outside. It's actually very interesting. It's actually a mini reunion between Magbuhos, Cuellar, and Gab Gomez. These three are all coming actually from Italy. So they said they actually played together. But this guy on the other end, Gwen Capasso, 6 straight points.
Trying to get the better of the matchup against Robbie Celis. Let's see if Robbie will try to answer back here. Costello has been subbed in back to the game by Coach Don Dulay. Here comes Celis, being guarded by Capasso. Costello gets it back. Calo from 3-point cut 3. That's money para kay Eman Calo.
Eman Calo, a guy who will continue to move without that basketball. He was wide open on the first, missed it. On the second try, no problem para dito kay Eman.
First basket of the game coming from the former Davao Occidental Tiger, Capasso. Sizing up Celis once again. This time he's in trouble with that double coming from Costello. Diaz to the left side. Cancino, can he finally make it? Short again. 0 out of 5. Ito si CJ Cancino.
Looks like scouting report is on point para dito kay CJ Cancino. Everybody is doing their job in favor of CJ Cancino, closing down on the 3-point lane.
Magbuhos, he can hit that. That time it was short. The tap from Capasso goes to Gomez. Gab gets a drag screen from Javelosa. Magbuhos switches out on him. They did not recognize the mismatch on Javelosa. Diaz with the basketball. Gets it to the middle. Capasso could not continue on his scoring roll. 30 to 23. The lead is 7 for the Rice Vanguards. Almost 8 minutes gone by here in the second frame. Magbuhos given space, hands it off to Costello. Calo puts the ball on the deck. Dakiwag now. Obvious foul given up by Franz Diaz.
Could have been almost a stop actually para dito sa Iloilo. They were playing good defense for that first part of that possession, but Franz Diaz just pushing on the final seconds.
CJ Katapusan will check back into the game para sa United Royals.
A lot of guys not in uniform para dito sa Iloilo. AJ Madrigal, Alan Santos, RV Burjay. This could have been guys who would have helped itong United Royals here in this ball game.
Even without them, they're trying to keep it step here with Nueva Ecija, but not if Robbie Celis can help it. He now has 13 points in the game. The only guy in double figures so far sa laro na to between these two squads. Cancino wheeling and dealing.
Outside not working para dito kay CJ Cancino. He has the skill to put that ball on the floor and attack. With his length, with his talent, that's too easy para kay CJ Cancino.
Well, we know that CJ could score, but even if he hasn't been putting on the numbers offensively, he was able to hold down 3 rebounds already and dish out 4 assists.
You know,
facets of the game that he's trying to expose here more. Ito si CJ Cansino.
This guy is a guy that will do everything for your team. If he can't score, he will do all of the dirty work. Again, already 3 rebounds and 4 assists before that first bucket para dito kay CJ Cansino, and a guy who can just contribute when needed. A star in his own way to CJ Cansino.
1 minute and 42 remaining in our first half. We'll take a short break. Our VIP row here at the Batangas City Coliseum, of course featuring our MPBL leadership led by our beloved Commissioner Captain Maribel Kenneth Duremdes, Operations Chief Emerson Oreta, Security Head, the Destroyer Rudy Distrito, Executive Officer Joe Ramos, and Marketing Head Seth Hamora, all in attendance. The most hardworking people of the league. They never miss a game, these guys. At dahil sa kanila, we continue to bring great games to the Filipino people, both here and around the world. Nueva Ecija up by 7 here, 32-25. Cansino turning a corner here, fishes for a foul there. He knew that Magbuwas was on his backside.
Attacking more to CJ Cansino. His 3-point game has not been working to start the ball game, so he is putting an extra effort in getting that basket closer to his shot attempts.
Cansino trooping to this game with the Booker 1 shoes on his feet, trying to channel his inner Devin Booker sa laro na to. Let's see if he can get on a rhythm here. Ito si CJ Cansino. After all, he is on a high after being picked 11th right after his buddy Mark Nonoy in the recently concluded draft.
Just like Devin Booker, this guy is an instant scorer, averaging 17 points a ball game alongside 6 rebounds.
He's actually the top scorer for Iloilo. Sila ni Mark Nonoy, the top 2 scorers for the United Royals in this year's campaign. They definitely have injected some great talent here para sa kupunan ng Iloilo. De La Rosa, another PBA draftee, tried to get a lob inside to Katapusan. Buti na lang last touch galing dito sa Nueva Ecija. That was on Edda Kiwag. Baseline throw in here for the United Royals. Under a minute to play here in the second quarter. Diaz inbounds to JR Ongteco na unang pasok sa laro na to para kay Coach Japs Kuan. Cansino uses the screen, takes it from the outside, feeling confident about that shot that was off to the right. Ongteco fails to put those 2 points back.
Sorry, miss para dito kay JR Ongteco. He was wide open on that putback.
Celis gets a pass from Emancalo, who went between the legs, hammered there inside by the interior defense of the United Royals. Ito si Robbie Celis.
Robbie Celis is well aware that he needs to do extra in terms of scoring because Will Macaloni is not playing today's ball game. Robbie Celis usually is not the first option on that offense. Usually he's the last guy on that weave action to do the attacking. Pero today in this ball game, Robbie Celis is putting an extra effort in terms of scoring para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
You know, Robbie Celis, one part of the vaunted offense of Nueva Ecija this season. He is one of 5 guys who are averaging at least 9 points per game this season para sa Nueva Ecija. Imagine that. And Nueva Ecija is number 3 in scoring sa taon na to, just behind San Juan in Pampanga, averaging 86.5 points per game.
And that just answers the depth of Nueva Ecija. You know, this team is so good. Kahit si Jonathan Oiloan, assistant coach, can still contribute to this team.
For sure. Oiloan still very much capable of playing here in the league. Franz Diaz continues to be the bright light here for Iloilo in the first half. They're down by 4.
Last shot time here para sa Nueva Ecija.
Both teams in the penalty. Calo with the rock. That's an excellent challenge from CJ Cansino. Good thing Ongteco was not charged with the goaltending there. He went under the net. And that marks the end of the first half here between Nueva Ecija and Iloilo. Robbie Celis forced to work double time here with the absence of Will Macaloni, as Juanito already mentioned. 14 points in this game, the only guy in double figures for the Rice Panthers.
And doing it with 8 rebounds and on a very efficient clip. 5 out of 7, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Robbie Celis is doing extra for Nueva Ecija to gain their winning momentum back.
And of course, the variation of the shots also equally impressive. Galing kay Robbie Celis to help Nueva Ecija to this 4-point advantage heading into the halftime break. Our halftime score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am with Jay Javilosa, the team manager and team owner of the Iloilo United Royals. Hello, Jay. Jay, I've noticed that getting into the next rounds of the competition, I've seen that you guys have got a notch higher in terms of your chemistry, in terms of your aggressiveness. I mean, look at this game. You're going against one of the strongest teams in the league, and yet you're doing okay.
Yeah, in practices, it's been really competitive. I told the boys that if you want to go to the playoffs and reach the next level, we really have to compete, especially with the bigger teams. And we've seen it naman in practices, like even the reserves, they really want to play. It's really competitive and actually very physical lately in practices. Kaya it's a good sign.
Nakita nga natin yung competition na yan. Kahit ikaw, pagod na pagod ka, humihingal ka pa dito sa ating interview. Jay, who do you want to say hi to and say thank you to?
First of all, I want to greet my fiancée Natalie watching back home. And then I'd like to greet my dad, Boss JJ, my mom, my sister in New Zealand, my brother in Boracay, and then my sister in back home also. And I'd like to greet our LGU partner, Bagong Tulibo, Mayor Juris Sucro. And I'd like to greet our sponsors, GameX Sports, Victoria Sports Tower, Jerry's Grill. And I'd like to greet everyone in Iloilo. Please keep on supporting the United Royals.
Maraming salamat. I will give you rest so you can play in the second half. Once again, Jay Javilosa is the team owner and team manager of the Iloilo United Royals. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime now between the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Iloilo United Royals. Score is 33-29 in favor of the Rice Vanguards. But actually, the lead was as high as 10 for Nueva Ecija in that first half. Iloilo was actually off to a good start, better than what Nueva Ecija showed at the start of our game, but the Rice Vanguard started to come alive courtesy of that man, Robbie Celis.
Well, it's been a very up and down ball game right here. Iloilo with a strong start, Nueva Ecija with the answer, but Iloilo was able to end the quarter well. But you look at the numbers right here, Iloilo has been struggling on the field, only 30%, Nueva Ecija with 36%. But Iloilo has been extra aggressive, getting more free throws compared to Nueva Ecija. But the inside battle has been going to Nueva Ecija. Fast break points, 8 already for the Rice Vanguards, as well as the inside points, plus 8 din para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
For you, Juanito, what seems to be the solution that Iloilo needs to bring to the table in the second half?
They have to be able to find an answer in locating that inside presence para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Robbie Celis has been doing extra in terms of that inside bucket, so they have to be able to stop him here in the second half.
Franz Diaz has been keeping Iloilo close in this game, scoring 10 points, the only guy in double figures. On the other side, Robbie Celis leading the way para dito sa Nueva Ecija, scoring 14 points, followed by the 5 points of John Wilson, Ayaay, and Magbuos with 4 apiece. Cancino has been struggling in this game, the leading scorer for the United Royals this season. He's 1 out of 5, good for only 4 points so far, the team captain of Team Iloilo. He will be beginning the second half alongside Franz Diaz, J.R. Ongteco, Gwen Capacio, and Ray De La Rosa. Sa kabila naman, MJ Ayaay, who scores on a 3-point shot to begin the second half, joins Robbie Celis, John Wilson, JB Bahayo, and JC Colliar. That's an illegal screen against Gwen Capacio, who seems shaken up after that collision with MJ Ayaay.
It was a quick 3 by Ayaay on the offensive end, and on the defensive end, Ayaay denying that basketball off that handoff. So Jasper Ayaay making an impact right away in the first 20 seconds of the third quarter.
A 3-point shot and then forcing an offensive foul on the other side. He still seems a bit hurt here, talking about MJ Ayaay.
There's an early challenge here. First 20 seconds, and I think Iloilo will be challenging this call.
Coach Japskua not too happy with that last offensive foul called on Gwen Capacio. And Capacio, after all, has been one of the guys who have really been playing well sa laro na to. We'll take a short break. Pagbalik natin ang resulta ng Coach's Challenge ni Coach Japskua.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
It's a successful challenge para kay Coach Japskua and the Iloilo United Royals. So the foul against Capacio will be rescinded. It will be Iloilo basketball.
Well, the play happened right in front of him. So, siya ang makakita ng talagang klarong vision on that play. So, he knew what he was doing with that challenge.
36-29. Lead is 7 for the Rice Vanguards. Diaz and company trying to get to within 5, maybe even 4 with a 3-point shot, but Diaz goes inside, floats it up. That has been a trademark in his career, that floater game. Ito ni Franz Diaz just unable to convert on that last possession.
A little slow on the execution itong Iloilo. They're waiting for the final few seconds before they actually go for a shot.
You're talking about slow, but CJ Cancino fast on the passing lanes, converting defense into offense there. that just might get him going here in this game.
He was able to locate the passing lane well there. Good steal by CJ.
Ayay against smaller De La Rosa. Rai had his hand up, but no problem para dito kay MJ Ayay.
MJ is not the usual scorer para dito sa Nueva Ecija, but he knows that he has a big advantage against Rai De La Rosa. Right away goes to that post game.
9 puntos na sa laro na to for the former Lyceum Pirate. Ongteco puts the ball on the deck against Bayo. Ongteco loses it. And it sails out of bounds. Still in their favor. Iloilo will still throw this one out from the baseline. Check out our fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. CJ Cancino getting the steal and the bucket. Ongteco failing to get one inside. United Royals still down by 7. That guy has stopped the United Royals from coming back into this game and tying it. He has answered every possession so far here in the third quarter. Diaz, no foul called. There you go, there's the foul against Robbie Celis.
I think that should have been a foul on JC Collier right away.
The whole Iloilo bench was up from their seats after the no call.
They have reason. That is actually a foul there. JC Collier tried and stopped the lane of Franz Diaz. Then there should have been a whistle.
Collier will come out. In comes Ryan Costello para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Good ball denial on Cancino by Wilson, but he eventually still gets it from the parking lot. Cancino short. Ongteco trying to battle his way inside. Gets the foul against JB Bayo.
I like the addition of JR Ongteco. He played late in the second quarter. But since adding him over, he has been bringing extra hustle para dito sa United Royals.
Ongteco played the center spot alongside CJ Katapusan a lot last year due to the lack of big men. Kasama na rin dyan si playing team owner Jay Havelosa. But you see the depth now that they have at that big man position, adding guys like Gwen Capasso and Chadi Rangel.
And also adding in Clint Doliges, who plays that 4 spot. RV Burgi has been able to help the games where Alan Santos is also there. You see AJ Madrigal in street clothes. Shout out to the parents of AJ Madrigal who are always watching.
Oh yeah.
Kay Iron Dren and kay Tita. Good evening po sa inyo.
And of course, shout out to everybody watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, on the Pilipinas Live app, as well as on MPTV Channel 98 and Satellite Channel 53. That's another score inside for the Rice Vanguards.
Nueva Ecija has been extra aggressive on their offensive end here in the second half.
22 points inside the paint sa laro na to para sa Nueva Ecija. Capasso straight away 3. That's off to the right. Wilson with a rebound. Wilson leaves it for JB. Baguio glides but could not score. Ongteco na nagbaba dito para sa Iloilo. Diaz. They get it to the right side. Cancino couldn't lose JB. Cancino draws the foul. A little bit too aggressive there on defense was Bayo.
That's really the respect they give dito kay CJ Cancino. They know that if you give him even a little space, itong si CJ Cancino just has the talent to make that shot.
He is a shot maker through and through. Ito si CJ Cancino.
But you know, it's very funny. He played more of a big man position in the UST Juniors.
Yeah.
But once he went over to UST Seniors, he just had a green light with Coach Alden Ayo, and that just really brought up his game by a mile.
That free throw was brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And what was even more impressive in his first years in the UAP was there was no difficulty handling the basketball despite playing the big man position a lot in high school.
Yes, that's right. And trooping over, he was averaging around 20-20 in the UAP Juniors, and then in college, parang hindi nag-big man. There's no trace of CJ Cancino playing big man.
And that's just the talent coming from the former UST Growling Tiger and Fighting Maroon. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
We started over again. After losing to Pampanga and San Juan, Coach Don Dulay realized so many things despite being one of the strongest teams in the league. He said yes, talent to talent, he may have the advantage, but it's their toughness, their ways of avoiding being outplayed were what he needed to address, which is also why he cannot take for granted each and every team and experience his boys need to gain. Will Mac and Saldua have some injuries. Toto Villarias and Chris Beton also not playing, Havilionar as well, as we mentioned. But when I asked, Coach, are we still on track aiming for the big goal? Talking about the championship, obviously. He said, yes, I still feel it. Goosebumps. Javi Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika. Well, meanwhile, I got goosebumps seeing that shot get off the glass there. Galing kay Gwen Capacio. That was a three-pointer galing sa kanya. Wilson could not answer. But you see, Juanito, even with those names Mika mentioned not playing today, Nueva Ecija is still quite a handful to go up against.
Mas nagulat ako na ang lalim pa pala. Sa injured list lang nitong Nueva Ecija, you can make a new MPBL team. That is how strong this Rise Vanguards team is.
That could already be a starting unit for other squads. Those names that Mika mentioned not playing here today, Will Macaloni, Toto Villarias, Chester Saldua, also not seeing action.
Andre Doremdes.
Andre Doremdes is also on the inactive roster para sa kanilang kupunan, boy.
Lagay mo na si Coach Jonathan Oiloan dun sa lineup na yun.
Tama.
Even Coach Don Dula and Coach Rob Wainwright can still contribute to that team.
Talking about contributions, Gwen Capacio now the leading scorer for Iloilo after that three-point shot. Mark Nonoy trying to use his speed here against Ryan Costello, who is also a fast guard, but I don't think there's any guy faster than Mark Nonoy here in the league.
I remember, I think it was Coach Mike or Coach Louie, where they were talking about track races dito sa MPBL. They were putting on names there. Mark Nonoy definitely on there. LJ Gonzalez will be there. Sino bang pwede natin idagdag sa race na yun?
Si Robbie Darang.
Robbie Darang has to be there as well.
Tsaka si Topping Lagrama.
I would pay to
track
watch.
stars ng MPBL.
I would pay to watch that.
I think we could add that to our events on All-Star Day. 100-meter dash.
Diba? Lagay mo si Nonoy, Gonzalez, Lagrama. That would be so fun to watch.
Tasama mo na si Joel Liu, no?
You think lalaban si Joel?
Sa akin hindi, pero yeah, he could. He was one of the fastest guards in high school. Of course, not faster than me.
Baka nanonood si Joel ngayon.
Shout out to the Caloocan Batang Kankalu who won yesterday on their home floor against the Valenzuela Classic in the Battle of Kamanava. Wilson forces it up. That's good defense by Katapusan. Clint Doligas back in the game here para dito sa Iloilo. Katapusan inside. What a pass!
Forcing the stop, now running his lane. CJ Katapusan doing it on both ends of the floor.
Clint Doligas has always been a great facilitator at that position. From high school now to the pro ranks, he has always been a gifted passer.
No, that's why he is always loved by the coaches. From Hope all the way to San Beda, now in the MPBL.
Katapusan scoring there inside of that nice find. So actually CJ Cancino who delivered the pass. So CJ to CJ working on that connection right there para sa Iloilo.
After a strong start by Nueva Ecija to start this quarter, it's been a quick answer by Iloilo. They already scored 15 points here in the third quarter.
Down by just a bucket here are the United Royals, 44 to 42. Past the halfway point of quarter number 3. Costello guarded by Nonoy. Costello fakes out Mark. Costello puts it up, couldn't get it off the glass. Ayaay salvages possession, but he runs out of real estate there as he tried to save the basketball para sa Nueva Ecija.
Opportunity para dito sa Iloilo to tie or get the lead here.
Ed Akiwag muling papasok sa laro na to para dito kay John Wilson. Nonoy will initiate the offense para dito sa Iloilo. Ongteco trying to go to Gab Gomez. Gomez goes to Nonoy. Back to Gab. Gomez from the outside. Yes, sir! Gab Gomez for 3.
You see the movement of Gab Gomez. He was looking for Mark Nonoy. All respect will be on Nonoy on the attack. Gab Gomez continues to move and gets the 3 off the pass by Nonoy.
Costello picks up his dribble. It's now with Ayay. Collado from the outside. No answer from Nueva Ecija, but Robles gaining better position there against the smaller Gab Gomez.
Execution has been going to the side of Iloilo. Nueva Ecija has been struggling on their half-court sets. No one guy wants that basketball, so someone has to step up para dito sa Vice Vanguards.
Well, on the side of Iloilo, Gab Gomez has been the one stepping up to the plate. Now getting the lead, 45 to 44, but not if Jay Collado can help it para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Now that's the way to answer a big bucket coming from Iloilo. Jay Collado getting the bucket and one.
Too long, too strong. He saw his defender. It's not that short, but he just knew he had the advantage on the strength. And JJ Collado just taking it strong.
However, unable to complete the three-point play there was Jay Collado, 46 to 45, under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ongteco almost lost it to Ayay. Doliges gets a screen from his fellow big man. Doliges inside, steps on the grass. Oh, Nonoy. There was a foul against Nueva Ecija before the shot.
Soft ball, and they are in penalty here.
Both teams actually already over the limit. It's still 3 minutes and 35 to go here in quarter number 3.
Not really a good foul para dito kay JJ Collado.
JR Ongteco with a chance to get back the lead here for Iloilo. 2 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist so far sa laro na to for the former CSB Blazer.
You know, if Iloilo was able to stay consistent the way they're playing here in this ball game, there is no doubt that they would be higher in our rankings dito sa MPBL. Right now, they're at number 8 with the Negros win earlier. They are now tied at 8 and 9. But Iloilo is a team with a lot of talent. It's just a question of consistency throughout the season, how they will be able to get wins.
Well, of course, many of their players making their debuts here in the professional ranks. And that's actually 2 of their stars, CJ Catsino and Mark Nonoy. Robles getting the offensive rebound and the stick back there para sa Nueva Ecija. Robles, that's his first bucket of the game para sa Ilonggo Superman. Gab Gomez, another 3-pointer on the way. Overshoots it. Doliges was at the right place.
There's another foul here. It's a pull on Ed Dakiwag.
Doliges recognizing the advantage that he had right away as soon as he got the offensive rebound there. It seems Dakiwag has been having problems guarding opposing wings here in the league. I've just noticed.
Ed Dakiwag is actually a very respected defender. But, you know, after the injury, magkakaroon talaga ng konting fear yan. He has not been as physical as we used to know.
I agree.
Dito kay Ed Dakiwag. But the talent is still there, the skill is still there. It's just the physicality that slightly changed kay Ed Dakiwag. But you know, give him just a little more time, I'm sure we'll be seeing the Ed Dakiwag of old.
Tied once again at 48 all. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Costello uses the Collado screen. Nice pocket pass inside. The lead coming from Ryan Costello. The basket coming from Collado. Doliges stripped there by Costello. Saves it to Dakiwag. Robles has the advantage, and Robles with a dipsy too.
Superman for a reason. Doing it against his hometown, the Ilonggo Superman with that finish.
52 to 48. Nueva Ecija back in the driver's seat by 4. Ongteco is looking for Clit Doliges on that right side. Once again, MJ Ayay really disrupting that set by Iloilo. Check out this play of the game brought to you by Suzuki. The Ilonggo Superman up, up, and away for that basket. 2 points para dito kay Billy Ray Robles. Only second basket of the game. 4 points sa laro na to para kay Billy Ray Robles.
I'm sure that our Iloilo watchers are rooting for Iloilo, but has a special place para dito kay Billy Robles in their hearts.
He's not called the Ilonggo Superman for nothing. Robles now turning into that very man right here in the third quarter after just being Clark Kent in the first half. And once again, he goes inside. This time he draws a foul against the interior defense of Iloilo.
It's actually one of the times that Billy Robles is not the main focal point of their offense. In Makati, he was one of the guys that really needed to do a lot of the scoring. Pero dito sa Nueva Ecija, he steps up when needed, but we know that 8 points and 5 rebounds a ball game is just half of the capability of Billy Robles here in the league.
Talagang buhat sila last year ni Robbie Celis para sa Makati, ano?
Alongside Eman Calo and Keith Agovida, but at the end of the day, nagkulang ang kakayanan nitong Makati. But now, with the addition of a lot of other guys here in Nueva Ecija with the same coaching staff, this is a very deadly team.
It's a good mix of veterans and young legs para dito sa kanilang koponan this year. Just like that guy, MJ Ayay, valuable addition for the Rice Vanguards, and Ryan Costello. Anytime you have those two guys, you could definitely use their talent on the floor. They bring so much to the table. Costello, the scoring, Ayay, the versatility, and the intangibles. Dakiwag posting up there against Nonoy. Double team sent by Katapusan, and once again, Jay Collado getting the basket and one.
In terms of strength, Jay Collado is just too hard to match against Iloilo. Iloilo is very have a lot of possessionless guys. But in terms of just taking advantage of the strength down low, JJ Collado just has so much advantage against the bigs of Iloilo.
Oh, he's going to have to work on his free throw shooting, though. He fails to complete the three-point play once again. That's his second missed free throw in this quarter. Rice Vanguards, though, up by 8. Credo with a basketball. Jason goes to the middle. Finally finishing on the left. Could not get the 2 points. It will stay with the United Royals with 6 on the shot clock.
I've yet to see a breakout game galing dito kay Jason Credo. Hobbled by a lot of injuries. Jason Credo has yet to break out. But this guy, given the opportunity and is 100% healthy, is one of the most talented guys here in the United Royals.
Yeah, Credo also picked in last Sunday's draft, 24th overall. Just like that guy, CJ Katapusan, who was number 15 in the PBA draft in Glorieta. CJ Katapusan, you know, nanghihinayang lang ako na di natin nakita yung same kind of talent that CJ showed when he was with Adamson in the UAP, when he was with UP, due to the stacked lineup that the Fighting Maroons had.
You know, I was always a big fan of CJ Katapusan, a very, very agile big man, very athletic, always goes for the board. You haven't even seen him dunk. This guy is a bona fide dunker. Can really offer a lot. That's why even with the numbers he's showing, he has still picked high in the last draft last Sunday.
That's a walk against Ed Dakiwag. To his utter disbelief, former UST Growling Tiger just walking in strike and taking that call. Possibly a 2-for-1 here for Iloilo, but Costello gives up the foul. Kaya lang penalty na dito, parehong kupunan. That's going to be 2 free throws for Mark Nonoy.
Not the best fouls galing dito kay Ryan Costello. It's a chance para dito sa Iloilo to cut further into the lead entering the fourth quarter.
You can see there, Coach Don Dulay, always a stoic look on his face. He's always a picture of control, wanting to set the tone para sa kanyang kupunan. There you see Coach Japskuan on the opposite side of the sideline. Current Iloilo United Royals head coach, former UST Growling Tiger himself, a UAP champion. Ito si Japskuan, played under the tutelage of Coach Pido Harencio. We're gonna take a review on that last sequence. Quite the hard hit there coming from Costello. Also due to the momentum that Nonoy was using as he was making a move to the left side.
Ang tanong lang, is it enough of a physical action to be warranted an unsportsmanlike foul? So let's see what the referees will call here.
Was it actually a play for the ball? What do you think?
It doesn't look like a play for the ball. So it looks like it was meant to really stop Mark Nonoy. Just little you can do if Mark Nonoy is running, really.
Referee Jojo Belnas now approaching the scorer's table for the final decision on that last sequence. Ryan Costello in this game has had to contend with the speed of Mark Nonoy, and he is now charged with a non-sportsmanlike foul on that last play.
It was really not a play for the ball. He meant to really stop itong si Mark Nonoy, especially with the speed that Mark Nonoy was coming in with.
Costello has been scoreless in this game, mainly focusing on defending Mark Nonoy and trying to facilitate para sa kanyang mga teammates.
Ryan Costello here in the season averaging 4 points, almost 5 points a ball game and 3 assists. But he is coming off a season where he is one of the top scorers in the league. So it's been a struggle para dito kay Ryan.
I imagine the adjustment that he had to make coming on over from a Pasig City team who relied heavily on him for offense. He was averaging almost 20 points a game last year. Take a look at that last sequence again. Hard hit right there.
There was nothing dirty. There was nothing intentional. But the goal was not to get the ball. It was really to set a foul para dito kay Mark Nonoy. And what I think what the referees are looking at here is the safety of the movement.
It was excessive contact.
Yes. Hindi naman porket hindi dirty yung play, you don't have to call it on sportsman. Like, you always have to keep the safety of the players.
And again, you know, in those kinds of calls, it's the action that you judge, not the intention.
Exactly. Very high scoring third quarter we're having. 23 points already for Iloilo, 24 for Nueva Ecija.
Actually make that 25 now after those 2 free throws by Mark Nonoy. 56-52, 34.2 seconds. Gwen Capasio back inside the game for Coach Japsco, and Cancino from way downtown. That's too strong. Cancino has not yet found the bottom of the net from the great beyond sa laro na to.
Nueva Ecija looking to execute here. Not really rushing on anything. The shot clock will not go back on their side.
About a 3 to 4 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Robles attacks with the right, goes up with the left. And he was fouled there by Gwen Capasio. That sudden burst of speed, still very much an asset para dito kay Billy Ray Robles.
Oh yes, not usually a guy anymore who does those isolation plays, but he knew that he was much quicker than his defender. Took out everybody, got that attack in, getting the foul.
He's the type of guy you go up against defensively. As you look at his numbers so far, he hasn't missed from the free throw line. He's the type of guy that even if you know that he's not going to shoot from the outside, he's still very much a tough cover. 2 for 2 para dito kay Billy Ray Robles. That's now 8 points in the game para sa kanya, extending this Nueva Ecija lead back to 6. Now a chance for Iloilo to make the last shot of this third quarter. What does Mark Nonoy have in mind here? Nonoy will pull up. Three-pointer, no good. That was too strong. May oras pa dito sana ang Nueva Ecija, but I don't think Takiwag was looking to go for a shot there. Hence the end of quarter number 3 here between Iloilo and Nueva Ecija.
Nueva Ecija starting out this quarter well, but as usual, Iloilo always has an answer in the middle part of that quarter. Cancino and Nonoy were able to contribute, but for Nueva Ecija, it's been Celes, Ayaay, and John Wilson scoring more than half of the points. Itong Rice Vanguards, these 3 have been vital for Nueva Ecija to be able to maintain this lead. The question is, can they put in the same effort in the fourth quarter?
16 points to lead those 3 guys. Ito si Robbie Celis. Their team up by 6, 58-52. Our third quarter score brought to you by GameX, GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game. Just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki, the Avenus. Oras na para magmotor. Maraming salamat sa pagdalo sa aming coverage dito sa Batangas City Coliseum for your Thursday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Ms. Mika Abisames at courtside, the second game of our Thursday triple header. Earlier, Bacolod suffering their 16th straight loss against the Negros Muscovados, who got back onto the winning track after losing their last game to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. This very team who is going up against Iloilo right now. Take a look at the quarter scoring, 25-23 in that third quarter, still in favor of Nueva Ecija.
Very hot quarter in terms of offense. Both teams really adjusted on that half-court locker room to be able to execute and get a lot more shots up.
Talking about getting shots up, that guy has no problem doing so. Wilson now in double figures with 10. 61-52. Capasso hands it off to Franz Diaz. Diaz waiting for the play to develop here. Cancino near the free throw line. No problem for CJ Cancino.
Good setup by Franz Diaz. Off that staggered screen on CJ Cancino, the defender was delayed. Wide open mid-range shot para dito kay CJ.
Yes, 12 points now in this game, but Ilonggo Superman continuing to wreak havoc inside the shaded area.
That left-hand layup on the right side, even though it was deep, kahit gaano kalalim pa para dito kay Billy Robles, the pure skill and talent. Watch it again, double crossover. Deep inside, no problem para dito kay paring Billy.
It's also the length of the wingspan ito ni Billy Ray Robles that aids him in making those kinds of difficult shots.
All of a sudden, Billy Ray Robles already has 10 points. Make that still 10.
That's his first miss from the free throw line in this game. Nueva Ecija as a squad is 9 out of 14 from the free throw line. Cancino trying to take matters into his own hands right now. Wanted to get to the other side to Ray De La Rosa, who actually wasn't in that very spot where Cancino decided to make the pass.
That quick switch on CJ Cancino has really been a struggle para sa kanya. Quick defenders really trying to limit the options para dito kay CJ Cancino.
Robles once again on the right side here, this time against Cancino. Robles goes to the middle. Wilson from the outside, that's long. Rebound taken by Cancino. He sees Katapusan forward. Can the UP connection work here? Yes, sir. UP fight there para dito sa Iloilo.
And both these guys have been proving extra in the second half. CJ Cancino has been creating a lot. And that is 2 assists already on CJ to another CJ here in the second half.
Ang Luntian at Pula now wearing white and gold here para dito sa Iloilo. CJ and CJ. That's Cancino and Katapusan. Costello from downtown. That's off to the right. Robles saves it to Celis. Robbie, power move there against Jerome Teco.
You know, this is a small ball para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Robbie Celis is forced to play that 5 spot, but they have been able to score a lot because of the versatility. But it's on the defensive end where they are struggling. The second straight inside bucket para dito sa United Royals.
You're talking about versatility. CJ Cancino definitely brings a lot of that to the table here para dito sa Iloilo. And I'm telling you, the PBA team that drafted him, very much lucky to have him. Iloilo getting the steal here. De La Rosa has Celis in front of him. Kicks it out. Ongteco back to Rai. De La Rosa from the outside. Short. Katapusan able to snatch that rebound from the air with only Costello trying to box him out. Check this fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Strong move by CJ Katapusan there.
Quick push by CJ Cancino. CJ Katapusan showing that he can also finish with the left hand.
Tinapos ni CJ Katapusan.
Tama.
And here he is once again. Diaz getting the handoff. Ongteco at the elbow. They go to Nonoy. Corner pocket three is no good. That was in and out. Could have been a big basket para sa Iloilo. They're down by 7. 65-58. Ayay wants it against the smaller Franz Diaz. Excellent recovery defensively there for Iloilo. Cancino forward to Nonoy. Mark will go up. No foul called. Nueva Ecija the other way. Ayay gathers, leaves it for Baguio. Beautifully run transition attack there for Nueva Ecija.
Textbook transition attack, as you were saying, Javi. JB Baguio running that trail lane. Attack by Jasper Ayaay, getting everybody on his attention. Watch that again. 4 white shirts, nakatingin kay Jasper. Wide open is JB Baguio on that trail job.
Teco slow to get down there, unable to prevent that basket galing dito kay JB Baguio, the former Pampanga Giant Lantern and San Beda Red Lion, helping Nueva Ecija to this 9-point advantage. Timeout on the floor. Check out our fan of the game, brought to you by Jinky Skin. Mga nagagandang dilag dito sa Batangas City. We are live from the home of the best lomi in the Philippines. The Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters will be defending their home floor against the San Juan Knights right after this matchup between Iloilo and Nueva Ecija. Capacio, Diaz, and Cancino, they have been carrying the fight here in this game for the United Royals.
It's been these 3 that have been really heavy in terms of scoring. But one guy we have not heard of a lot in today's ball game is Mark Nonoy. Relatively quiet here in today's ball game. He has been scouted very well. Mark Nonoy, only 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. But good thing Capacio, Diaz, and Cancino are stepping up here in today's ball game.
All those 3 guys in double figures, with Franz Diaz leading the way with 12 points. Cancino with a rock. They go down low, Katapusan. Like that matchup against Edda Kiwag. Edda Kiwag will be charged with this personal foul. That's the 2nd team foul in the quarter for the Rice Vanguards. And Coach Don Dulay not happy about that call. Cancino will once again initiate the offense para dito sa Iloilo. Credo, can he be a factor here in the 4th quarter? Dumps it off. CJ Katapusan continuing his scoring ways.
I love the way that CJ Katapusan is moving without that basketball. He has not been dribbling a lot, but he has been able to go to his spots right away.
That's now 8 points in the game para sa kanya. Bayo, the offensive rebound. Got Katapusan up in the air. Sorry miss coming from Bayo. The speedster, Nonoy, all the way to the cup.
And that is a highlight on itself. You see the owner very happy. It's just so fun to watch Mark Nonoy in the open break.
That's his first field goal in this game. He was 0 out of 6 prior to that basket. A miss galing kay JC Colliar. Here comes Nonoy again. He decides to settle for the jumper. He knew it was a miss. Not really the best of decisions coming from Mark Nonoy, to the frustration of the Iloilo coaching staff on the side. Colliar in and out. 67-62. Under 5 minutes to play in this game. Cancino wants the basketball. He has been initiating well here in the 2nd half para dito sa Iloilo. CJ to CJ once again for Iloilo.
And that connection has been very, very vital here in this ball game. That 2-man game, either from the fast break or the half-court setup of CJ and CJ, have been getting them a lot of shots here.
Katapusan now with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Cancino with 9 assists in this game. And on the other side, guess who gives the answer? Robbie Celis, the top point man for Nueva Ecija in this game, adding to his total. That's now 20 points in the game para dito kay Robbie Celis.
Noel Macaloni, but Robbie Celis giving the same inside production para sa Nueva Ecija. But on the other end, just a beauty to watch. The CJ Fighting Maroon connection has been a beauty here in the 2nd half.
At Iloilo will be challenging that last foul call. A yellow light in front of Miguel Pere is now on. Coach Macuan already had a successful challenge earlier, so this will definitely be his last of the game. His team is down by 5, 69-64. 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this game.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There is no foul.
So it's a successful challenge para dito kay Coach Japs Kuan and the Iloilo United Royals. A rare occasion where a coach gets two successful challenge in a game. A good call there para kay Coach Japs Kuan. No foul, but the basket will still count coming from Robbie Celis. The United Royals in their front court. Katapusan. That's money on the jumper for CJ Katapusan.
The whole ball game, we were talking about the versatility of CJ Katapusan. He's been moving with the well without that basketball. Now shows us that he can also put that ball on the floor and has that pull-up game.
CJ and CJ have been working hand in hand here in the fourth quarter. But now it's France Diaz. Iloilo getting the steal. That's France Diaz finishing the play. Iloilo down by just one, 69-68.
And they are just doing everything right these past 2 minutes. They've been forcing turnovers, they've been running the ball, and they've been taking advantage of their youth. They have so much energy and it's been paying off para dito sa United Royals, just down one here in the fourth quarter.
CJ Katapusan now in double figures. 12 points in the game para sa kanya. He's 6 out of 7 from the field, while France Diaz has been brilliant all game long para dito sa kupunan ni Coach Japs Kuan. They're down by 1 with under 4 minutes to play sa laro na to. CJ Katapusan against Zamboanga was one of 4 guys in double figures para sa kanilang koponan. 12 points, 10 of those coming in the first half. He became silent in the third and fourth quarters para dito sa Iloilo, which actually contributed to them losing that game against the Master Sardines.
Here once again, scoring another 12 points and getting 7 rebounds, but it's been the efficiency nito ni CJ Katapusan that's been very crucial para naman dito sa Iloilo.
Oh, but this time, Katapusan has been performing here in the second half prior to that strong start that he had against Zamboanga. Unfortunately for Iloilo, Nueva Ecija finding a seam in the defense there. That was John Wilson getting the 2 points inside. Mark Nonoy gets it to the right side. Diaz with 10 on the shot clock gets it to Katapusan. Facing up against Wilson. What a spin! Putting Wilson on the blender. CJ Katapusan has been performing brilliantly here in the fourth quarter.
When was the last time that we saw CJ this aggressive on the post? It's been so long. And CJ is just showing his whole package here. Not usually the guy to get the ball in the end game, but just pure confidence he is having here. What a ball game para dito kay CJ Katapusan.
I myself am not surprised that I'm seeing this kind of play galing sa kanya. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. I'm actually disappointed that I'm not seeing it every game.
Yes. We already know the skill.
Yes.
We know the capability. We just know that he needs to be a lot more consistent. Itong CJ.
71-70, Robles, couple of fakes. Oh, that's nice defense from Credo. I thought that was a clean block upstairs.
You see, Jason Credo was just... he can't believe the call. Let's watch that again. Billy Robles, 3 fakes. Ooh, just hitting the forearm on the last second. But Billy Ray Robles has been really trying to get that ISO ball. He knows that he has a size and experience advantage kung sino man ang nasa harap niya. And Billy Robles already in double figures here with 11.
That's all coming in the second half. He was scoreless in the first 2 quarters. Nueva Ecija back up by 3 points here, 73 to 70. Under 3 minutes to play in this game. Diaz directing traffic here para sa Iloilo. Diaz gets blocked by Robbie Celis.
Ball will return para dito sa Iloilo.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Cancino will throw it in. Diaz against Robles. Diaz gets blocked again by Robles. 3 seconds on the shot clock here for the United Royals. 3 seconds to try and stop this basket para sa Nueva Ecija. Credo, does he realize it? Credo goes inside. We're able to beat the buzzer, however short on the finger roll attempt. Wilson sees Ayay inside. What a pass coming from John Wilson.
Good recognition on the numbers para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Credo was down for quite some time. 5 versus 4. Quick ball movement. Easy basket para dito sa Rice Vanguards.
75 to 70. 2 possession ball game. Katapusan settled for the jumper. That was a miss. Diaz with the rebound. Nonoy from way out. Wala rin. We now enter the final 2 minutes of this one, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Nueva Ecija in absolutely no need to rush. Robles settles for the jumper. Wala yan. Look at Ayay just putting his hands up and getting the rebound. And he runs over the defense there. Unfortunately for Iloilo, that's going to be a personal laban sa kanila, particularly on Jason Credo.
It's the intangibles that Jasper Ayay will be grieving para dito sa Nueva Ecija. We know the talent, we know the skill. But in the end game, if you can put your heart out and get extra possessions for your team, that will be crucial. This is only a 2-possession ball game and a chance to extend it to 3.
There you see Iloilo team owner was JJ Havelosa at the back of the Iloilo bench. His team hoping to get a victory here. This could be a big one against the number 3 team in the Northern Division as they try to grasp their hold on the 8th spot in the South. Unfortunately, Robbie Celis making that one impossible right now. The possibility still on the mind here of Iloilo. Nonoy draws the foul there on Wilson. 3-possession game here, 77 to 70.
This is actually still not a done deal. With the talent and skill level of Iloilo, they just have to make a stop. We know the offensive prowess nitong United Royals. The question is, can they make the stops? Robbie Celis saying to CJ Katapusan, what you can do, I can do better. And that is a big basket galing dito kay Robbie.
And that's also a big miss at the line coming from Mark Nonoy. That dims their chances here. Nonoy only 5 points and uncharacteristically missing 2 straight free throws. Dangerous pass thrown there by Robles. Ayay was not ready to receive. A lucky break for Iloilo. Now this is a must-score possession para sa kanila.
Oh, there's a good substitution. Gwen Capasio has not seen action for quite some time, but he can stretch out the floor and get those rebounds para dito sa Iloilo.
Cancino will handle the basketball. Cancino kissing it off the glass. What a shot coming from CJ Cancino.
You know, I think he trains that. He's been making a lot of boarded 3-pointers here in this season. So I don't think it's a lucky shot. He's been working on that boarding 3.
77 to 73. Just a 4-point lead. This is not at all safe for Nueva Ecija.
This is only a 2-possession ball game para dito sa Nueva.
An eternity of basketball still to be played sa laro na to. 50 seconds to go. Celis matched up against Capasso. These two have been going at it this entire game. Good defense by Capasso, but look who's there. Robles also short on the putback attempt.
Exactly why Gwen Capasio is there. Can match with the physicality of Billy Robles and get some rebounds.
Cuellar defending hard here against CJ Cancino. Almost getting the steal. What an insertion by Coach Don Dulay to have JC Cuellar come in to defend that possession para sa Iloilo.
Props para dito kay JC Cuellar. That was single coverage. No help side needed. Stayed active with his hands. Almost got the steal. But that is good enough to be able to force a stop But from the play before, CJ Cancino, well defended. No problem. Pure skill galing dito kay CJ.
He makes tough shots look easy. Talking about CJ Cancino. His team down by 4 here. 30.8 seconds to go in this game. Hang on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Iloilo down by 4 here against Nueva Ecija with 30.8 seconds to go. This is a must-score possession para sa kanila. Nueva Ecija already in the penalty. Capasso rips through, gives it up to Cancino. CJ strong on the 3-point shot from way out. Battle for the loose ball. Our referee pointing to the side of Nueva Ecija.
But this can be reviewed. But I think that ball will go the side of Nueva Ecija.
Every possession under the last 2 minutes is reviewable by our game officials. 21 seconds. Imagine if that shot by Cancino went in. That could have brought the house down here at the Batangas City Coliseum.
You know what I love about Iloilo? They missed that shot, but everybody on the bench is still all smiles.
Yeah.
Ganun kalaki ang tiwala nila kay CJ Cancino.
Well, there's still a chance for them here in this game. They are not yet out of contention here. Definitely last touch there on Dwayne Capasso. And Coach Don Dulay, it's now his turn to burn one of his last timeouts. 21 seconds to go sa laro na to. Juanito, Iloilo not yet in the penalty. Do you think they have to foul right away?
Yes, they have to foul right away. They are 2 fouls away. No, they are in penalty.
All right, already. Yeah, that's right. Both teams already in penalty.
They need to be able to foul right away. This is only a 2-possession ball game. So if
No. They still have one more foul to give. That's right. 3-team fouls para dito sa Iloilo United Royals. Didn't really hear much from that huddle of Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, but they will try to get this ball inbounds against this Iloilo defense, who might actually gamble for the steal here before they give up a foul. Let's see what happens here. Culyar to inbound. Celis, Ayaay, Wilson, and Billy Ray Robles on the floor for the Rice Vanguards. There seems to be a lull. Coach Don Dulay inserting JB Bayo back into the game. I think hindi nagkaroon ng proper substitution kasi.
Oh, they wanted John Wilson here for free throws.
Ayay, now the one who inbounds. There's the foul. That's the last foul to give. Next foul will put Iloilo over the limit.
There's a substitution.
Wilson back in the game. Culyar to trigger it. Ayay receives. Here's the double coming from Diaz. Culyar has it. No foul yet here coming from Iloilo. And that's where they wanted the ball to be in John Wilson's hands.
Best guy available to shoot the free throws. That's the right guy to give the ball to in John Wilson.
Wilson hasn't missed from the free throw line this season. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that.
I already felt it. Babanggitin mo ba lang eh.
I was looking at the numbers and I saw 100%. He splits his charities and extends this Nueva Ecija lead to 5, 78-73. 12.4 seconds to go in this game. Is this still possible?
This is still very possible. You know, the talent level nitong Iloilo. If they can make a quick 3, probably go with CJ Cancino, then this is still alive para sa Iloilo.
We'll take a short break. Next 3 games for Coach Don Dula and the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They will be facing Pasay, Valenzuela, and Caloocan. That's quite a schedule ahead for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
Very, very competitive next 3 games para dito kay Coach Don Dulay, but they have to be able to start this win streak with 2 games, and this is the perfect opportunity for them to do it.
Cancino stuck in the corner. They're taking too much time here. Cancino will launch at short, and that just might be it. Nueva Ecija winning their 2nd straight game after that 2-game losing streak. Started the season 12-0 and have now found themselves back onto the winning track, winning against Negros in their last game and now against a very pesky Iloilo squad.
What a gallant stand by Iloilo here in this ball game. They were able to stand their ground. 3 guys that you have to commend. CJ Katapusan, CJ Cancino, and Franz Diaz. These 3 really tried to pull up this Iloilo United Royals team to be able to battle it out against a very strong team in Nueva Ecija. But at the end of the day, it was the captain, the leader, the star, Robbie Celis, doing everything on the side of Nueva Ecija. 22 points, 10 rebounds, but the efficiency of how he did it, 9 out of 12 and 4 out of 5. This guy is well deserving of the Player of the Game honors.
Billy Ray Robles actually stepped up in the second half para dito sa kanilang koponan. But Robbie Celis was brilliant all game long for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Our best player of the game brought to you by Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. 78-73 ang ating final score. This is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX, our best player, is at courtside with Mika Abisames.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ang Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Best Player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si Rob Celis. Rob, in times of trouble, you are always there to finish the play. Yung mga imposible, nagiging posible sa'yo. You finished with a double-double performance again today. 22 points and 10 rebounds.
First of all, syempre, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa panalo. Di naman yan about sa akin, no? It's all about the team. Maganda yung execution namin. So, nakita yung mga mismatches. Pero marami pa kaming kailangan i-improve, especially sa defense namin.
Napag-usapan mo yung improvement, napakagandang challenge ang binigay sa inyo ng Iloilo ngayong gabi. Credit kay Katapusan, kay Cancino. Para sa iyo, saan ba kayo nahirapan sa larong ito?
Well, syempre, yung mga bata, alam mo yun, gusto talaga nila maglaro, gusto nila magpakita. So, credit, no, sa buong Iloilo. Grabe yung game. So, yun nga, defense yung kailangan namin improve.
Maraming salamat, Rob. Napakaganda. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Siyempre, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako sa buong Cuevas family, especially kay Boss Bong Cuevas. Binabati ko rin yung family ko, sa wife ko, kay Donna, kay Rob, kay Daniel, sa tatay ko sa Bulacan, kay Mama Tess, sa lahat ng mga tito, tita ko, mga pinsang ko, sa mga tropa dyan sa Feria, and sa Paranaque, kay Joel. Yun.
Maraming salamat once again. Our Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Best Player of this game is Rob Celis. Javier Manito.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Congratulations once again to Robbie Celis and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards for picking up win number 14. Up next, our main event, the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters defending their home floor against another top team, this time in the Northern Division, the San Juan Knights. So battle of top teams in the North and Southern Divisions for our main game. For my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio, and our courtside reporter, Ms. Mika Abisames, this has been Javi Palanya. Keep it locked in here on the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.